Hey everybody, there's gonna be spoilers here, like quite literally as soon as this warning shot goes away, there's spoilers. It's gonna be right there. Also, if I mispronounced a certain character's name, well, it's already been done. So let's just have a great time. Thanks for watching. That's right, everybody. Ash finally won a league that appears in the Pokemon games. It's a great time for all fans of Pokemon. So much so that a bunch of places decided to spoil it for a lot of people. It's unfortunate. My heart goes out to you guys who got spoiled by Twitter or all the other news sites that got really excited about this. Even like the Pokemon Twitter, I think, also tweeted it out. Hey, but whatever, we're all here together. This was a great time for good old Ash. He's the winner of the Alola Pokemon League. You saw some reactions from the internet. There's a few more reactions that I want to talk about and just talk about the significance of this particular win and also why some people are unhappy with it, because you know me, we gotta talk about those internet reactions. But hey, before that, I would love to just watch the final little moments of Ash's Pokemon League victory. So I'm going to watch through it with all of you. It'll only be a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Oh, and by the way, hey, welcome. I'm Tripl-L. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching the video. This channel has a history of Pokemon and Pokemon Leagues. So let's continue tradition and watch the final moments, or the moment that led to Ash's victory. Oh, that's funny. I thought this image came from later in the episode, but it's actually from the recap. Who would have thought? Okay, gonna save that. You know, it's good that Ash learned to fight Legendary with Legendary, or in this case, Legendary with Mythical. You know, it's always nice to see how far the Pokemon animations come. You know, when you compare it to the old days and these days. Like, Sun and Moon definitely stepped up when it came to animation. Okay, that's Pikachu taking down Zoroark. Oh, it was a double whammy. Okay, they're establishing that these two had a history. Alright. Yes, great. A history of combat between these two. Yeah, they really went hard for this one. It's nice that Ash's mom is there. Good that she's there for all his big events. Supportive mom. This is really progressing very quickly. It's only 13 minutes in and they're already like at that climactic moment. Yeah, you guys are having fun while your guys get beat up horribly. Yeah. Oof. Alright, you just gotta make those jokes. Wow, he's really going in. There comes the confusion for outrage. Oh, I'm glad that got in. Is it gonna punch it? Oh yeah, he is punching himself. Oof. I love the reaction faces for the Pokemon though. Like, they took a lot of damage. I mean, look at that face. This is it. This is the moment. It's coming. There it is. Nice. It's not there's not much fanfare. Yo, Pikachu's face. He's about as dumbfounded as everyone else is. Yeah, this has been 22 years in the making, man. 22 years in the making for a league win from a league that was featured in the video games. And there it is, the image that all fans have been waiting for. At least, yeah, well, you know, at least since they started watching. I don't know. I watched the anime when it first came out. This is a very happy moment. Yes, the sniff of victory. Okay, well, let's call it there. Because other things are going to happen. It has nothing to do with the league. Anyway, that was like the league run through. Wasn't that nice? Yeah. So one of the reactions that came out from this, of course, people are happy. They are so happy that we finally got this victory for a league that was featured in the video games. Very happy. But there's also a contingent of people that don't understand why some people are a little bit sour or a little bit critical of this victory. You may not have noticed it during the anime, but the thing with this league was that there were some special rules in play in how it was structured. You know what? I could explain it to you, but it's better that we just keep pointing out how people are reacting to this on the internet. Instead, we'll just let Aura Guy Chris over on Silicon Era give you the rundown of why people are upset. 145 something participants out of 151 didn't bother with doing trials, and then they did a battle royale. 2 out of the 151 participants did all the trials. Those 2 actually ended up in the finals. 1 out of those 151 participants didn't do a trial, and it was Guzma, the villain of Alola. Ash does not have a full team and fought a 3-on-3 match. You saw that with Gladian. Lusamine is the only crazy person in the whole region with 6 Pokemon in a team. A mythical Ash use got screwed so that Pikachu could take the win. Ash's first match was essentially the joke match of the league. Okay, after that point, you know, not really important, but the important part there was just the way that the league was structured and who they let in and the issue of credentials. So when you take into account all the things going in with the Alola Pokemon League, here is the straight fact that no one should be able to argue. That is, the Alola Pokemon League is the easiest of the leagues seen in the Pokemon anime. Now, why is that a problem? It could just very well be a case of they wanted the victory, but not like this. I mean, this is a situation where it's kind of easy to play the game of the writers think Ash is so terrible that they had to make the league easier for him to justify a victory. There's a lot of ways you can play it if you were looking at it from a bit more of a sour point of view. But the fact does remain, the Alola League by far is the easiest league to get into, and it's also the easiest league in general because of the rules that were set up for it. Now, does that mean that fans shouldn't be happy about this? No, not at all. Look, man, if you're happy about it, you're happy about it. Like, this is a big moment for Ash. If you do not like how this worked out, you know, are you wrong for feeling that way? No, you have reasonable reason as to why you're a little bit miffed here. The reality is that when it comes to the Pokemon anime, Ash's victories were never dependent on Ash's skill. Everyone knows this. And so much so that even when you go into Silicon Era and you see like the little commentary that they had on their article, you have like the little blurb where they say the result of the Alolan tournament is surprising, yet not really. The next anime that was confirmed early this month seems to be taking place in another continuity altogether and will span every region visited in the game so far from what we know. The point there was saying that once news of this other Pokemon kinda pseudo reboot came out, the idea of Ash winning the league became more possible because the reason that Ash doesn't win leagues is because they want the anime to keep going. Like I said before, Ash's performance in any given league is not dependent on his skill. It's dependent on what the anime staff wants to continue on beyond the league. If the anime staff wants Ash to have another go around in another league, chances are he's going to lose. In this case, since it seems like we're shifting the format, it seemed like this was a case where it was finally okay to give Ash a victory without ruining whatever type of storyline they think they were going to come up with next. So in terms of whether or not you should appreciate this victory, you know, even if the league is easy, I will appreciate the victory because given what I just said about the league results not being dependent on Ash's skill, we very easily could have had Gladian pulling a victory here. We very easily could have had Lycanroc falling down at the most pivotal moment, and then Gladian getting the victory. It doesn't matter. If you've been watching, if you've been suffering through the last 22 years watching the Pokemon anime hoping that Ash gets a victory, you know very well that if the anime wanted to, they could have very easily have made it so that Ash got a devastating loss. I mean, Ash is the guy who lost when he had type advantage. Ash is the guy that got destroyed by a bunch of legendaries in a totally unfair fight, right? If there was anyone that could have made Ash lose in this pivotal match against Gladian, it was the anime staff. So, when you consider what was going on here, Ash wasn't really fighting against the Pokemon League. He was fighting against the anime. And finally he won. Albino, jokes aside, yeah, no, like, you have to remember, this could have gone either way depending on what the anime wanted to push. And we finally got lucky. Finally, Ash got a victory. And that's pretty worthwhile. Take it in stride. Even if the league seems like a joke to you, we could have gotten another loss. And now with Ash finally winning a league, now we really can get excited about what the next project is going to be, because this feels like they're giving Ash a pretty strong place here. You know, are we going to go into the Champion League? You know, like the place where Pokemon League winners go, where they fight against the Elite Four. Are we going to go there? Is that where we're going to go through all the other regions? Or are we going to do a soft reboot like the way that the recent movies been doing it? Like, you know, the movie 20, I think, and movie 21. Are we going to be going down that route? Or are we going to be doing new characters altogether? I'm very excited about the new project. Them saying they're going to be going across all regions. I really want to believe that it's going to be Ash traveling across all the regions to fight with all the different Elite Fours. Because that would be pretty neat. But who knows? We'll have to see. I'm sure 4chan has a bunch of leaks about what the anime is supposedly going to be doing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for being here. And until next time, I hope you have an absolutely great day. And man, wow, 22 years in the making, we finally get a victory from a league that was present in the video games. And I keep saying that because if you don't know, like, Ash won the Orange League and Ash won the Battle Frontier. I feel like those were harder than this league. But yeah, you know what? Who's counting, right? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, till next time.